Aquarius, we go into October with Mercury going retrograde October 4th. It's in the shadow, 1st of October. From Scorpio back to Libra, which is what the cycle we're in. We're in the Libra cycle. And on October 4th, the chart for the Mercury retrograde, we have the moon in your sign in Aquarius. So the moon in Aquarius, whenever the moon is in your sign, it's just a stronger day for you to go and get things done. Yet the Mercury in Scorpio says, go deep, dig deep. What's really going on in life? What's really going on in my life, in other people's life, in the world? Just go into the secrets. Open the closet door, lift up the rug, that type of thing. What's underneath here? So it's deep thinking. But then it shifts back into Libra and will go direct on the 25th. But in general, the month of October has this rethinking aspect. First, to go deep, what's the secrets, what's not being told to me. A certain element of mistrust can come up. For you, it might come up more around people you work with or the company in general that you are working for. And then it goes back, it takes that energy, that depth, goes back into Libra and say, okay, let me look at the other side of the situation, because Libra is about fairness and balance. We are in the cycle looking for fairness and balance, peace, harmony in our life and to heal. There's this healing energy that has been prominent for several months now. Getting over things, moving beyond things, and coming to a place of centeredness, fairness, and peacefulness within life, within our own life. Yet, by the full moon on October 8th, which it's a full moon eclipse, the sun-moon opposition, full moon, it's connected with the planet Uranus very tightly. And Uranus is the modern ruler, considered the modern ruler of Aquarius. Always look at Saturn too. And the Uranian energy is freedom. It's give me my freedom. Let me think for myself. So this full moon, even though we're in a Libra cycle, which is what about the others? With Aries, this moon in Aries, it's balance. I see what they want. I see what I want. How do we find a center? Still each be our own unique individual person. Respect each other. And when necessary, compromise. Now, the intensity with this full moon has Venus is in Libra. She's in her rulership. Square Pluto. Opposite Uranus. And that represents that any relationship that does not have solid standing, does not have good friendship, good communication, is right in your life, that it can crack, it can crumble, it can go its own direction. The key is to knowing self, to be able to know what is it that really is important to me. It isn't about I'm right, you're wrong. I'm not going to budge. It's nothing about that. It's not about, I can't, if I show weakness, that's not a good thing in a relationship. It's not about anything of that. It really is about the core value of what you want and you need in your life, and whether an individual, whether it's a romantic partner or a friendship, you're on, you understand each other from that place, you respect each other from that place, and you provide it. And sometimes it's just a matter of, I can love you, I can appreciate you, but we don't want the same things. If relationships that don't want the same things, this will come to a head between the lunar eclipse on October 8th and the solar eclipse on October 23rd. The energy, the flow of the energy, there's a grand trine. It was in the Mercury retrograde chart too, with Jupiter, Mars, and Uranus. It's all in fire signs. Jupiter, Uranus energy is being able to expand your faith, expand your confidence in yourself, to take a risk, to live the life that is authentically yours, that you know in your gut, not the superficial stuff where you're trying to prove something or disprove something, but core of your highest self, and being able to put your energy into it. You're being motivated through your belief and confidence to make it happen. Well, when we get to the new moon, it's the day that the sun goes into Scorpio. So it's 0 degrees. The first day of the Scorpio cycle, we have a solar eclipse new moon, and Venus has gone into Scorpio. Now, Venus in Scorpio, it's a difficult placement for her. She's in Scorpio, she can be suspicious. She doesn't always trust. There's this element of prove to me you really love me, that I can trust you. But this Scorpio solar eclipse, it's reiterating that it's so important to know what you want, to know what you value, and to have a life that you feel passionate about. Scorpio has this depth of passion, to have a life that you feel passionate about. And where it may show up in your life more than anywhere could be with what you're doing with your life, your work, your career, what you want to do. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the job you do to pay the bills. It doesn't have to be, oh, I need to follow what I'm passionate about, even though nobody would ever pay me. But it does mean putting your time and energy into something that you do feel passionate about, and having something to get up with in the morning and feel inspired, depth of inspiration. The other message from this solar eclipse, it's very creative. There's a symbol of creativity in here, that the Venus, Sun, Moon is connected to Pluto and Jupiter by an aspect that's called a quintile. If you take the circle and divide it by 5, you get 72 degrees, and that in astrology is called an aspect of a quintile. Dividing a circle by 5, you get the 5-pointed star, the pentagram. It's a magical, mystical symbol. There's a tremendous amount of creativity with that. Charts that have these angles have tremendous creativity. Now, it's coming from the Scorpio, my passion, my purpose, my intensity. And so, therefore, this new moon, the manifestation power of the new moon, has enormous potential to create what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So be conscious. Be on the highest side, your highest, greatest good. Put that out there. Also, when you divide the circle by 2s, you get what's called a hard aspect, which makes things happen, push things. That grand trine is stepping into the flow of energy, being able to get into the center of the current and go with the flow. So going with the flow of confidence and authentic self and putting your energy into it. You don't have to with the trine, but if you can capture it, if you can get into that center of that river, then it will take you down there, and you won't have to paddle so hard in life that flows with you. But the hard aspects say, whether there's no flow here, you just need to make it happen. And there is a hard aspect between Saturn and Venus, Moon, Sun, the new moon. And Saturn in Scorpio says, be serious about it. Eliminate whatever is excessive so you can have the time and the focus to do what is critical, what is most important, what you really feel in your gut to do. On the 25th, as I mentioned, Mercury will go direct. That will be a time where everything you've been thinking about really starts to fall into place. And then on the 26th, Mars goes into Capricorn, which is a strong placement for it. It can work hard. And yet, you want to, Capricorn is the sign behind you. You want to be very clear that whatever you're doing in life, you're not working against yourself. Because sometimes Mars is where we can put our energy, and the sign behind us can be something where we're not paying attention to, where we could be working against ourselves, or things could be feeling as if we work against it. So again, this is another message to stay in conscious awareness, to connect with your intuition, what it is that you already know, and you're using your solar plexus, your gut center, your heart center, communication center, throat chakra, and your intellect, your third eye, that intuitive awareness, working all together to create and manifest what it is that you want to bring into your life and create in your life.